You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. By going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com, you can make this possible.
Fresno, California, where Officer Christopher Martinez wrote in his report that London Wallace was going to try to run away, so therefore he punched Wallace 3 times in the face, which led the officer to get his back off. First of all, that was the first thing, okay? So that's what he said. But guess what? Roll the tape. You're going to see the actual video for yourself. That's not what happened. And London Wallace is not even resisting. Yes? Guys, you have the video here? So, okay, so Wallace not resisting. No. Again, another example of lying cops. Lying cops. I keep saying, if they lie in a police report, they should be fired. They should be fired. If any of us lie on a police report, guess what? We're going to be in trouble. Again, this cop said he was resisting. He wasn't resisting. This is the crap I'm talking about, Robert. What these cops, they lie, they back each other up, and guess what? Police departments stand with them knowing they're just making stuff up.
Look, I've read literally thousands of police reports in my life, and every single one of them has had a lie in it. There's not been an accurate one that I've read yet. I think most defense lawyers can agree with that. I remember years ago when we had this discussion on body cams, the argument from the police union, from a fraternal order of police, was that it wouldn't do anything, it would impugn officers. There should be a federal mandate for any police department to receive federal funding for training or for weapons, that they have tamper-proof police body cameras and also vehicle cameras that are immediately uploaded to a server which cannot be tampered with, turned off, or somehow disabled. It is imperative that we have a non-biased source in all police interactions, because right now we depend on serendipity, which depend on a police department happening to have body cameras. That the body camera, like in the Alton Sterling case, didn't mysteriously turn off or become disabled, or that there's a third party standing somewhere to film it. We have to make this a mandate for every single officer in this country, and we can afford military-grade weapons and riot gear for officers. We can afford to have body cams on every single person who patrols our streets.
Amisha.
We also need to start paying more attention when we're watching, because when we're watching the cops and their excuses for this police brutality. Resisting arrest is the #1 trump card. And at the end of the day, we've seen it so often, and I don't know why any American, any thinking American would believe offhand that this is actually a true case, because this is what is used whenever a police officer wants to attack aggressively an African American. And it's become a boiling point at this point, where we're seeing it happen more and more. We're seeing more and more videos being released, but we aren't seeing police accountability. We aren't seeing them be removed. We aren't seeing them being put on leave. We're seeing more and more instances of these videos being released and people rallying around the fact that Black Lives Matter. However, do they really matter when we continually see these organizations, these policing organizations, and the President of the United States backing these policing organizations and not really recognizing that there is something that we can do? And it's not talking to African-American males or talking to Black women about what to do when they encounter the police. That young man wasn't doing anything wrong. You can give a play-by-play of how you should respond and be extremely respectful, polite, look them in the eye, whatever you want to tell these young people. And at the end of the day, if a police officer is equipped and upset and feels as though you are a threat, whether you have presented yourself as such or not, you're going to end up getting your head beat in.
Yep. And you can see this playing out like...
Rob, it's real simple. Again, cop lies in a police report, they should be fired. Because again, they do this, they make up these stories, and the only reason we now know the truth is because of body camera video.
No, you're
That's the only reason we know it. If that body camera video wasn't there, the public would believe what the cop had to say.
And the scary part is some of the public still believes it. Like, this is what Amisha was saying. Like, we have clear evidence of what happened, and people still find a way to justify what happened. And so, you know, whenever the charges are resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, I know there's no real case there. Almost always, universally, those are the default charges that are always brought up when you have nothing else to charge someone with. And so we have to have a higher level of accountability, period, because we don't have that right now. An officer knows that they can always go back to that, or they could say, my life was in danger, and that's why I did it. It doesn't matter what the evidence shows, but we still need the evidence so people can see it now over and over again, because I hope that people seeing someone being shot unjustly will awaken the conscience of enough people that will see actual real reform. Because I think we have to change the standards. It shouldn't be so easy just for an officer to say my life was in danger when the evidence is clear that his or her life wasn't in danger. They just shot that person and killed them or just assaulted them anyway.
Again, you lie on the report, you should be fired.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's here. Brian Courtney Wilson live in concert. The Just Be Tour with special guest Gene Moore. Get your tickets now and witness the smooth, anointed voice of Brian Courtney Wilson.
For me.
Go to BrianCourtneyWilson.com for tickets and get your tickets now. Brian Courtney Wilson, be encouraged, be inspired, just be. Tickets on sale now.
Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.